All right, everyone. Welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Wednesday, November 29th, 2017. And yes, this video is for Sidereal. If you don't know what Sidereal is, check out the link down below. We're using the actual size of the constellations, which is different from mainstream astrology. All right, so got a whole lot going on today. It should be a short and sweet video here. Basically, the moon's in Pisces still, as it has been the case the past couple days. So really good for getting in touch with, again, our intuition. There could be matters pertaining to letting go at this time, so good to do that. And just really getting reintegrated with our subconscious mind, reestablishing that connection, or you could say with our spiritual being as well. So Mercury is slowly shifting into Sagittarius this part of the week, so we could start to think perhaps a little bit more open-minded or optimistic. Slightly, he is going to go retrograde at the end of the week, but we may notice a bit of that shift here this later part. And today the moon is going to be squaring up to Pluto, something minor. So let's look at all of this here in more detail. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this moon in Pisces, right in the, well, pretty much at the center of the constellation of the fishes. Two fish swimming in opposite directions, suggesting the emphasis that we live in a polar world, right? There's good, bad, up, down, left, right, and this is all the way we perceive it, right? Sort of the binary way of perceiving it. However, these two fish are tied together by a string to a point, suggesting that within this duality there is a singularity, and there's also a point in which we all connect to. So Pisces is about connecting to that point. However you see that, not so important the philosophy as much as it's that beingness. And by connecting to that point, having that peace, having that tranquility in our life by surrender, trust, and faith. So great stuff for that today with the moon here, meditation, etc. The sun is, of course, still in Scorpio, so we could still be focused on the deeper dimensions of life. However, Mercury is getting closer to Sag, getting more and more away from that Ophiuchus energy. So we may start to notice going into the weekend, before Mercury goes retrograde, a bit of this more optimistic Sagittarius energy. He's technically not going to go into the actual constellation, but get very close. So it could just be a little bit of, just seeing that potentials are possible. And I think that's great today, regardless, because of this cusp energy. Just seeing that after healing, which there has been healing taking place and still is, again, with the sun in Scorpio, there is, of course, the results of healing, right? The transformed energy, the bigger picture, the adventurous side, the possibilities, the purpose of following what inspires us and that spirit of life. So we could just be thinking a little bit more in those terms. Could be good this later part of the week for philosophy, seeing the big picture, anything that expands our horizons mentally, communicatively, or with even our routine, actually. So that Mercury is still very close to Saturn. Was strongest yesterday. If you felt like it was a good time this early part of the week to buckle down, take care of some things that involve your mind or your communication or your routine, still a great day for that. And we could just have still a bit of this collective seriousness with the mind. So great for productive stuff, great for thinking long term, and really putting in the discipline in terms of seeing the big picture of what you want to integrate in your life. All right, and then of course Venus is still in Libra. This whole lunar cycle is in Libra, so still this backdrop about relationships, finding give and take and harmony and all that good stuff. And Mars in Virgo, suggesting still getting things done by taking care of the details and working at the improvements of things, fixing things even. So I guess I'll take this time to talk about that Jupiter as we get into December. This about early middle part of December will be getting closer to Libra than Virgo, right in between these constellations. So there could be a bit of expansion slowly but surely taking place with the relationships collectively, with learning more about give and take and all the relationship energy. And it'll be a great opportunity going into 2018 to bring some balance in our life, whether it's in our personal life or with relationships. All right, so let's look at these aspects. Again, nothing major going on today. We are in the gibbous phase, though. So coming out of the first quarter, maybe last weekend or earlier this week may feel a bit more challenging. However, today we start to feel a bit more momentum with this lunar cycle. We will have a full moon on Sunday, which will be the high point of the cycle, and we could start to feel a bit of that momentum leading up to it here today. Also good for insight and overall awareness. So the moon is forming a minor aspect, square up to Pluto, minor thing here, nothing major. So if you do feel today or tomorrow a bit of this wanting to close our feelings, but yet wanting depth. It's this interesting energy where the moon is our private self, wants privacy, it's our emotions, it's our feelings, and then Pluto wants the walls to come down. So I think it is good to allow that to happen at your own pace, letting the walls come down here today, or the later part of the day rather, or even tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this. And through that, I think practicing non-attachment, practicing greater awareness of the feelings, and that's really what the moon in Pisces is calling us to do anyways, is to bring more present moment awareness to our beingness, to our feelings, to our soul, you could say to our spirit as well. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. Certainly the Pisces energy, the gibbous phase, a bit of momentum starting and integrating Pisces into our everyday life with that intuition, trust, and present moment awareness. All right, so have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the daily. Take care.